Research is the backbone of good decision making in business. Whether it's launching a new product, improving employee satisfaction, analyzing financial risks, or understanding customer preferences, research helps organizations shift from intuition and guesswork to evidence-based strategies that are more likely to succeed. Business research enables companies to identify opportunities, spot potential threats, test assumptions, and understand the root causes of problems. Without research, businesses risk making costly mistakes based on incomplete or inaccurate information. Hello everyone, and welcome to the course titled Applied Research from Hypothesis to Structural Equation Modeling. I am Dr. Chandra, your course facilitator, and in today's session, we will be discussing the topic Business Research Methods and its types. In this video, we will explore what business research is and why it is so critical in modern business environments. Identify and describe the key characteristics of business research, outline the steps involved, and provide an overview of the different types of research methods commonly used, ranging from exploratory and descriptive research to causal and applied research. By the end of the session, you'll have a clear understanding of the role research plays in business success and how it sets the stage for more advanced topics like hypothesis testing and structural equation modeling later in the course. Let us begin with the basics by asking, what is business research? Business research is a process of gathering, recording, and analyzing information that helps businesses make better decisions. It involves careful planning, structured data collection, and objective analysis. The main goal of business research is to solve problems, identify opportunities, reduce uncertainty, and support innovation in a competitive market environment. Whether you're launching a new product, entering a new market, or simply trying to improve customer satisfaction, business research provides the facts and insights you need to make informed choices. Let us consider a simple example. Suppose a retail company wants to understand whether their customers prefer online shopping or in-store purchases. Business research can help by designing surveys, collecting feedback, analyzing buying patterns, and even studying competitor behavior. Based on the findings, the company can adjust its marketing strategy, improve user experience, or invest in digital platforms. Now, what are the key characteristics of business research? 1. It should be systematic, which means that it follows a structured process with defined steps from identifying a problem to presenting findings. 2. It is objective, that is, the research is unbiased and based on facts, not opinions or assumptions. 3. It is evidence-based. It relies on data, whether quantitative or qualitative, to draw conclusions. And 4. It is problem-focused. That is, it aims to address specific business challenges or explore new opportunities. Business research can take many forms: market research, product testing, competitor analysis, feasibility studies, and more. Regardless of the type, the core purpose remains the same: to provide business leaders with actionable insights that reduce risk and enhance decision-making. In today's data-driven world, mastering the fundamentals of business research is not just valuable, it is essential. To understand research methods better, let's first outline the research process. It usually involves the following steps. Step 1, identifying a research problem. Step 2, reviewing existing literature. Step 3, formulating research questions or hypotheses. Step 4, designing the research. Step 5, collection of data. Step 6, analyzing and interpreting the collected data. And step 7, presenting the findings. Let us now see what each step entails. Every research project begins with a problem or question that needs solving. In business, this could be declining sales, low employee morale, or uncertainty about market demand. The key is to clearly define the problem so the research has direction. For example, a research problem could be defined as, why are customers not renewing subscriptions? Literature review involves studying existing research such as journal articles, industry reports, case studies, or government publications to build on prior knowledge and avoid duplication. For example, reviewing studies on customer retention strategies before designing a survey helps refine focus, ensures relevance, and strengthens the foundation for new research. After reviewing the literature, researchers frame specific research questions or hypotheses. A research question is broad. For example, what factors influence customer loyalty? A hypothesis is testable. For example, higher customer satisfaction leads to greater loyalty. This step gives the research a focused goal. Research design is like the blueprint of the study. It answers the question, how will the research be conducted? Researchers decide the method, whether qualitative, quantitative, or mixed, the sampling strategy, that is, who will be studied, and the tools, should the survey be conducted, or interviews or experiments. For example, a company might decide to use a survey of 300 customers and supplement it with 2 focus group discussions. This is the fieldwork stage where researchers gather information. Data can be primary, that is directly collected through questionnaires, interviews, or by observation. Or it can be secondary, which means that it is already available in company reports or government databases. Accuracy and honesty at this stage are critical. Once data is collected, it must be organized and studied. For quantitative data, researchers may use statistics to test hypotheses, while for qualitative data, they may look for patterns, themes, or insights. Interpretation goes beyond numbers. It explains what the results mean for the business problem. For example, if analysis shows that customers leave due to slow delivery, interpretation might be that logistics improvements are needed. The final and extremely important step is presenting the findings in a clear, structured manner so that decision makers can act. Findings may be presented in reports, presentations, or dashboards. The ultimate goal is to provide actionable recommendations and make statements like invest in faster delivery systems to reduce customer churn by 20%. So, we can see that the research process is not random. It is a step-by-step journey from identifying a problem to delivering solutions. By following these steps, businesses can move from uncertainty to confident data-driven decisions. Research is classified based on the purpose, the nature of data, the research approach, time dimension, research strategy or design, and the data collection method. Research can first be classified based on purpose as basic or pure research, applied research, and action research. Let's begin with basic or pure research. This type of research aims to develop new theories or concepts without immediate practical use. It expands fundamental understanding, for example, exploring why consumers make certain choices or how social trends influence behavior. Though not instantly applicable, it provides the foundation for future business insights and innovations. Applied research, as the name suggests, is practical and solution-oriented. It focuses on solving practical business problems using existing theories and concepts. For example, studying how pricing strategies affect sales or testing a new training program's impact on employee performance. It delivers actionable insights, directly guiding decision-making and improving efficiency in the real-world organizational contexts. Finally, we have action research. This is a collaborative, real-time problem-solving approach where researchers and managers work together to address immediate organizational challenges. For example, developing strategies to boost team productivity. Its participatory nature emphasizes quick action, continuous feedback, and practical improvements, making it ideal for businesses facing urgent issues. To summarize, while basic research seeks to advance knowledge, applied research aims to solve practical problems, and action research emphasizes collaboration and immediate action. Each of these research types serves a different purpose but is crucial in supporting informed decision-making and problem-solving in business. Second, research can be classified based on the type of data collected. Broadly, there are two categories: qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative research deals with non-numeric data, things like opinions, motivations, feelings, and experiences. It helps us understand the why behind behavior. For instance, if customers suddenly stop buying a product, qualitative research might involve interviewing them or conducting focus group discussions to uncover their reasons. Maybe they felt the product was too expensive, or perhaps they didn't like the packaging. The goal is to capture rich, detailed insights. Common tools include in-depth interviews, focus group discussions, open-ended surveys, and case studies. Now, let's move to quantitative research. Unlike qualitative, this approach deals with numbers and measurable variables. It focuses on the what and the how much. For example, if a company wants to know how many people are satisfied with their service, it might use a large-scale survey and then analyze the results statistically. Other tools include experiments like testing two different website designs to see which one attracts more clicks, or financial models such as predicting sales based on advertising spend. The main difference is this: qualitative research gives depth, while quantitative research gives breadth. In fact, many businesses combine both, using qualitative research first to explore ideas and then quantitative methods to test those ideas on a large scale. Both are equally valuable, and the choice depends on the nature of the business problem. Third, research can be deductive, inductive, or abductive. These terms describe the direction of reasoning, whether we move from theory to data, data to theory, or go back and forth between both. Let's begin with deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning follows a top-down approach. It begins with a theory or hypothesis and tests it with data. For example, testing whether training hours improve performance. Common in quantitative studies, it offers structured, testable results, but may overlook new insights beyond the original theory. Now, let's move to inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning uses a bottom-up approach, starts with observations and builds new theories. For instance, noticing many startups fail within 3 years and developing a theory around entrepreneurial challenges. Often applied in qualitative research, it fosters discovery and fresh insights, but provides less certainty than deductive studies. Finally, we have abductive reasoning, which combines deduction and induction, moving back and forth between data and theory. For example, starting with interviews to spot patterns, then testing them with surveys. Abductive reasoning is flexible and practical for complex business problems, but may lack the precision of strictly deductive or inductive methods. So, in simple terms, deduction tests theory, induction builds theory, and abduction balances both. All three are valuable, and the choice depends on whether you want to test, discover, or combine approaches in your research. Fourth, research can be classified based on time dimension, that is, when and how long the data is collected. The two main types are cross-sectional research and longitudinal research. Let's start with cross-sectional research. This type of study collects data at a single point in time, like taking a snapshot. It gives us a quick overview of the situation. For example, a company may run a survey this year to understand customer preferences for online versus offline shopping. The benefit of cross-sectional research is that it's fast, cost-effective, and easy to conduct, especially when designs need to be made quickly. However, its limitation is that it cannot show how opinions or behaviors change over time. On the other hand, longitudinal research looks at data across a period of time, sometimes months or even years. This is more like a video recording than a snapshot. It tracks the same group of variables repeatedly. For instance, a company might study employee engagement levels every year for 5 years to see how policies, leadership changes, or training programs affect motivation over time. Longitudinal studies are powerful because they reveal trends, patterns, and cause-effect relationships. But they are also more time-consuming and costly to conduct. Fifth, based on design, we have descriptive research, which aims to describe characteristics. For example, profiling customers by age or income. Exploratory research is used when little is known about the problem. For example, understanding why employees leave a new company. Causal research or explanatory research looks at cause-effect relationships, like does social media advertising directly increase sales? Finally, based on how data is collected, we have surveys, which is the most common method where responses are collected through questionnaires, observation, where data is collected by watching the behavior directly, such as store traffic, experiments, which entails testing under controlled conditions, like A or B testing for website design, case studies, which comprise of in-depth analysis of a single business situation, and secondary research, which uses existing data from reports, journals, or databases. Often, businesses combine qualitative and quantitative approaches. This is called mixed methods research. For instance, a company might first conduct interviews to explore customer needs, Then launch a large-scale survey to quantify those needs. Before summarizing, let us recap with a quick quiz. Now, let's see the answers. To sum up, business research methods provide a systematic way to explore problems, test ideas, and make informed decisions. By understanding the types of research, whether qualitative or quantitative, basic or applied, exploratory or causal, you can choose the right method for the right business challenge. As Neil Armstrong said, research is creating new knowledge. Thank you for joining me in this session on business research methods and its types.